So Todd, tell me, man, like, what you think about this MVP race, man?
Listen, man, I can't bet against LeBron James. Here's why, right? He's an old man, still looking 23.
Right. Is that because he brought a new hairline? Because he got the money? Like,
it's a combination. Okay. It could be a combination.
Okay,
hairline, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
buying hairlines to help you out.
He's a tough kid, though.
He's a tough motherfucker.
He's tough, man.
You know what? I always tell people this. He the nicest, soft, strong motherfucker that ever played.
Yeah, he got 20,000 points with no go-to move.
That's what I'm saying.
He don't got no pet move.
He averaging 27 points and he don't got nothing. You be looking like, yo, dude, he had what, 27, 9 and 6, 9 and 10?
And the community isn't happy about that. They're like, he only had 27 in the league.
Right. They be pissed off. He only averaged 27, 9 and 7.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But LeBron James is dope. I don't watch too much basketball during the season. Like, talk to me like April.
I'm a Bucks fan. Everybody laughs at me about that, but I've been a Bucks fan since Cindy Moncrief. I was a Cindy Moncrief, Marcus Johnson. You know, I'm an old cat. Okay. You heard? Okay. Alvin Robinson. I always wanted to be I wanted to be a 6'4" defensive guard, like all of them dudes. Right. But everybody be killing me about the Greek. They're like, he's not an MVP dude because he doesn't close sometimes. So I'm like, I be fighting that, but I like him.
I like him too.
I like Drew Holiday. They're
definitely
good fit.
like him.
They're big guard. Shout out to his dad too, man. He's another father who got 3 sons in the NBA. That's huge. His father got 3 sons. All him and his 2 brothers in the NBA. Just like the Ball family. And then you have the guy, I forgot his name. I gotta get it. He has 3 sons in the NFL.
Okay.
Black fathers that they don't talk about.
Okay, shout out to them, man.
Shout out to all of them.
Dope,
man. That's behind the Joe Jackson. You know, those guys, you know, Mr. Williams, you know, Serena and Venus. Like, there's a lot of amazing dads here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They gotta, listen, we don't get enough praise as it is, right? Those brothers did an outstanding job.
Right.
And you don't hear nothing about them. So that means they doing the right thing. Yeah. You know, on and off the court.
And I got really salute them, like LeVar Ball, he's crazy. But I salute him because he has a wife who has, she has a condition. And he got 3 sons, you know, to school for free. Right. Like, that's big.
Right. They had the option.
Right. People don't understand how serious that zero balance is.
Absolutely.
Get to that zero balance.
You know what I liked about LeVar that everybody disliked? I liked his braggadocious approach to everything. Mm-hmm. Why? Because he maximized his relationship with the media. Right. You know what I'm saying? He didn't play it straight. His sons had enough talent to be interested in being, you know, NBA players where it was good enough. And some say outlandish shit, but who don't, right?
Right.
We just
magnified.
Right. I should just get publicized a lot more. But again, 2 out of the 3 so far is doing their thing. The other one still got a shot because he's young. Right. You know what I mean? And he had
not a bad ratio.
The kid, absolutely. Let's not forget the kids have a father who had a job. Right. Who took care of his family. Right. Who they can lean on when shit get hard. Shit different. Right. That's different. They can fall down and he'll help them get up because he already did what he had to do.
And they from what? Rancho Cucamundo, right?
Chino.
Yeah, that's that shit.
The mountains.
That's that shit from next Friday, right?
Yeah.
The lotto, right? He brought the crib out there.
Yeah.
Uncle Elroy.
Rancho Cucamundo.
Yeah. Uncle Elroy.
Yeah. Nah. So, you know, shout out to them, man. But I'm definitely rolling with King James again. I mean, he could have won it 8 times, to be honest with you. But I'm definitely running with him.
It's so crazy because, you know, you always had an argument, and you hear people, especially these idiot announcers with this GOAT shit. It's a GOAT for every era. They don't understand that. Like, who's the best defensive player? You gonna say you can say Bill Russell. Who's the greatest? He won 11. Kareem won every level. They changed the game for him. No dunking. Yep. That took away took away. That's why he invented the sky hook. Mm-hmm. Can't stop that. One on every level. Can't get a coaching job. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, his blacklisted. Sam Cassell can't get a coaching job. Right. Steve Nash is handed a premier team.
It's a gift. It's a gift.
Yo, listen. To talk about basketball, right? and Steve Nash, because Kyrie's going to learn from him. He has to, right? Because he's an awesome guard. But we hope. However, I thought Deron Williams would be super once he got Jason Kidd as a head coach. What happened there?
Nah, Deron Williams he cashed out.
Yeah,
he cashed out. Let's never forget that.
Then
he had them funny knees.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They did like the same prototype.
He probably was done when he got to New York. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Son's sitting on the bench, not even watching the game.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I had season tickets back then, so I used to go to a lot of games. Son never used to like pay attention to the game. That's when he almost
checked out.
Yeah.
And it's like them football dudes. They get that first bag and they stop playing hard. They like because sometimes that second bag ain't guaranteed in football.
Oh hell no. He got the max.
Shout out
bag.
to Dak Prescott. We talking about that bag.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What do you got like?
$60 million signing bonus.
Oh, he good. He good.
124 guaranteed. Yikes.
It's 124 guaranteed.
124 guaranteed. Something like that.
Shout out to him, man.
Shout out to that.
Yo, they make them quarterbacks in them skill positions make money for everybody that don't make money.
Yeah,
that shit crazy,
that
right?
Shit bananas.
Play basketball, man.
And just think about it. Back then, they didn't think we were intelligent enough to be quarterbacks or point guards, stuff like that. Remember, for years, Charlie Ward was the best quarterback in New York, playing for the Knicks.
Ain't that some
and
shit?
You know what's crazy? A trivia question. A lot of people don't know. Charlie Ward was the last Knick to re-up after being drafted by the Knicks.
Get out of here.
Nobody reads up. Niggas get the fuck away from Dover.
Charlie Ward was with the Knicks that long?
Yeah. He read up.
I didn't even realize that.
Charlie Ward was there that long.
That's a hell of a that's a good question.
Serious.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like it's I don't know, you look at basketball, even like now. Like I don't watch Knicks personally because Julius Randle is wearing Bernard King number.
Okay.
So with that alone, I have a problem with the state of New York City basketball.
Okay.
Right. You know what I mean? I have the problem with the state of New York City basketball. You know? What do you think about the state of New York City basketball for these kids headed to college? Potentially.
Here's the thing with me, man. New York City basketball is funny. We still have some talent out there.
Right.
We have a lot of New York City kids actually going to be playing in the tournament.
Right.
But I think the issue that I have is the development. Okay. Right? The development, and I'm talking about from middle school on. Right. We developing purely basketball players, and statistically, we probably gonna have out of them 1,000, one of them probably be really good, right? Mm-hmm. So what about the other 999 kids?
Right.
You know, like I discussed with you before, the fact that these kids don't have people skills, they didn't create a network because of their talents as an athlete. Their friends that are athletes don't even know what to do with themselves. So when they get to a certain age where they don't become who they think they're gonna become, what they gonna do?
Right, correct.
Right? We got options. You're supposed to know you got options, not what I'm saying, playing basketball, waiting to play in something. It's nothing.
Right,
you know,
no teaching skills. Like for me, I know in our era, like I had jobs. And like when I wasn't in school, I still had a job, and then still getting to the game. So you still had to network and dialogue with individuals, man. Like, well,
it's non-basketball people talking to these kids about basketball.
Yeah.
No, listen, that's the problem, man.
Yeah.
You want to get down to the nitty-gritty? These non-basketball motherfuckers.
A million coaches, no teachers.
Right. These guys don't even know what to put emphasis on a particular player. Like, I'm watching some of these games. I'm hearing, like, you know, even when I was young, my uncle will probably say something, but my uncle will stay in his fucking lane.
Right.
When it came to somebody actually know what they're talking about. Be like, yo, all right, yo.
Shout out to my man Les.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Les. Like, my uncle knew what time it was. My pops knew what time it was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But now it's like everybody know the answer because of YouTube.
Right.
Like, son, just because you score 100 on a cone, don't make you the next LeBron James.
Right. I had to tell a parent, don't send me his highlight tape. Send me a whole game so I can see how he respond when somebody go by him and the coach take him out.
Right.
I need to see that. He never miss in the gym. Just
he always on fire?
He wearing that cone out. He like, he one in a row, I'm on fire.
Nah, it's crazy now. It's crazy. And you can't really even give a fair assessment of a kid.
Right.
And when you do, the father say you hating, the moms don't like you, it's homeboys, then you got these grown-ass men that want to take pictures with these kids all day. Like, you're not no handler.
My guy. Tell my good workout with my guy.
Right. Like, what are you talking? That's my player.
Right. My player. I've heard that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what are y'all talking about? Right. Like, let these kids develop and have fun.
And they understand, too, the amount of basketball you play can help you be better if you really work on it. But now it's so much basketball. Shout out to Dame Lawrence too. He made that statement. He said the basketball is bad because there's so much basketball available to these kids.
Right.
Everybody plays for AAU team.
Right. That's a fact.
Everybody's on the program, and
shout out to Dame.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dame. I went to school with Dame.
Here we go, Pat. Here we go. Damn, these Falcons.
Dame was another nice dude that didn't play for Grady.
Yeah,
another one you add to the list.
Him and Chuck didn't get along.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Dame was solid.
It was crazy.
Was solid.
But again, like Dane's point, it's a lot of teams, but I don't even mind that. You know why I don't mind that? Because what people need to do is put the best players against the best players in the gym.
But that's the bad thing. Like, apparently, actually, where's my kid? When is he going to go to an exposure camp? I said, do you understand the word exposure and the words that's in it? I said, in exposure camp, your kid may be exposed for his deficiencies. Maybe he need to go to instructional camp to get some instruction to know what he's doing.
Right.
Because he couldn't come down there because he wasn't feeling well. But on Instagram, he ain't no more doing a Dougie. What's this one?
Whatever that shit. They come up with some new shit every day.
He's doing that shit, but he couldn't come to practice because he wasn't feeling well. And you enabled him because you told me that he wasn't feeling well.
Yeah. I mean, listen, man. It's room for improvement. But you got these leeches around these kids, man, just giving them this bad information. You know what I'm saying? Then they learn the hard way. Some of them can adjust to college. Some can't. But when you beat them up, like when we was coming up, especially when I was coming up, I had all these motherfuckers beat me up. When I got to college, that shit wasn't nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You fight through adversity.
I had a fighting team, right?
We fighting all the fucking time. But, even the coach that have us run, 20 suicides in 20 minutes, you don't call your fucking moms and your AAU coach talking about,
yo. Hating on me. I hate him.
Yeah, I can leave. Yo, I'm a transfer. Look at the transfer portal. That shit is crazy.
Everybody out.
And again, people always reference the exception. Can't reference the exception. He transferred and he went to the league. That's not your kid.
Right.
That's not Shorty, son.
Right.
Let him weather the storm, figure it out, and push on. But New York City, we need something where all these so-called top players play against each other, so it won't be nothing hidden. He better than him. Nah, he ain't never played. Nah, play together.
Right. Question: do you like the new format of 10U, 11U, 12U, or should it just still be like juniors, seniors, shit like that?
Yeah, but the new shit is
the reclass
solo financial.
Right. Okay.
That's a financial.
That's a financial thing.
Right.
Right. Every age group got a program. It's a bag, but it's a bag for somebody.
Right. And
okay.
I listen. I don't never talk about dudes' money, but don't have the same conversation. I know it's about money. Don't tell me you trying to skill development these kids and all. What are you talking about, man?
Right.
What are you talking about? You're playing in 30 tournaments. Let's stop playing games, right? But I'm from what you talking about.
I ain't good at playing against 12 graders.
Right. If you good, I'm not seeing my age group.
Right. You had to play up.
Right. I'm going to get my
reclassing is ringing, right? Right.
That's what I call it.
It's ringing.
So shorty ringing.
I mean, it wasn't cool to be left back.
You keep it quiet.
But it wasn't cool to be left back in our era.
You won't say it loud though.
Now they posted it on IG.
Yeah.
You want to get out in 2024.
Right. Well, he was locked up. Like, fuck y'all posting them dates for?
Yeah.
I mean, again, what people do is they reference the exception.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's hard to get in that league anyway. Yeah. And now they paying these players peanuts overseas.
Like that Tone thing bugged me out.
Nah, Tone.
That Tone thing bugged me out. I did not know that.
Nah. Tone. A lot of people don't know, but he's so bugged out. He hood motherfucker from Brownsville. He talk about that shit like in passing.
Before you realized he was Terrence, right? You didn't realize he was Terrence to the day downtown, right?
I was like 24.
And you've been with him, what, 8 years, 9 years?
Yeah, I was playing with them niggas since I was 13. I'm like, yo, Terrence. Your name Terrence. Yo, Terrence Springer was... Yo, I never forget that, man. I tell that story to kids. I be like, yo, you never know. But it ain't Terrence Springers running around here. So.
Right.
It ain't no Junies running around here.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Ed Smiths.
Nah, ain't none of that, man. No Ed Codens or nothing like that. And that's another thing, man. A lot of these guys get a lot of people who think they follow basketball. They get a lot of false information. Yeah. Like, just for example, the other day, I'm can't even remember where I was. I was somewhere around some hoopers, and I wasn't even no real hoopers though. And this dude was like, somebody said something about Ed Cota, and this dude was like, yeah, he's a bum though. He ain't make it to the league. I had to stop him, and I was like, look, yeah, he didn't make it to the NBA. He made more money than you and everybody in your family put together.
Right.
How's he a bum? What are you talking about?
Right. What's the bum?
He just wasn't 450 the best players in the world at the time.
And you know what's crazy I said about that? I believe Ed and like Shamgar, first of all, I think Shamgar went to the wrong team because Ross Strickland never came out the game. So when are you going to play? And there's no taking that spot. Mm-hmm. It's like Ross Strickland and Jim Jackson, those dudes take jobs, stay there. But they were in the league when they wanted the point guard to be the King Rice, the robot, pass. They didn't want him to pat like the guys do now. Mm-hmm. So I think that really like hurt them, and being small too.
Well, I'm not gonna say that about Ed, right? Ed was just, this is all psychological.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Staying out of shape, not getting ready to get a contract because he thought it would be given to him, right? Because a lot of times, Nard, is that sometimes that type of shit hit you in your face. And then when another opportunity come up, either you go fail or you go cash out.
Right.
He cashed out. You know what I'm saying? Same way with Omar Cook.
Yeah, Omar Cook.
They wasn't ready.
Living in Italy.
Right. And well, he in Spain now.
Spain now, right?
But,
okay.
you know, those guys, and again, they had other guys to talk to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw Ed, I'm like, Ed, you see what you see what kind of car I got? Like, you see what kind of house I got? What are you doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Omar was my young boy.
Okay.
I was in Denver with Omar.
Okay.
And I saw how Omar was wild. See, people don't even know that. He wasn't there. He wasn't mature.
Right.
But when he got his shit together, you know, he fucking probably gonna come home with about $20 million in an account somewhere.
Dope.
You know, and he doing his thing. And he's still playing high level. You know what I'm saying? But
and I always used to tell people too in reference, like when you say the reference, because they always talk Bulls, they talk Stephon, they say this, that, and third. And I say the difference is Stephon had three brothers who did not make it before him.
Yeah.
So he knew more or less what not to do.
He was preparing
from young.
Yeah.
Right. And that's big. Like you have someone to learn from. You can see, hold on, listen, don't do this. We need to stay with this person. And then they had that nest around him. Same thing like with Kenny A. They had that nest around them where you like outside not coming in handling. You know, my man, I got no pictures of.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like you, the dude couldn't come to you and say, yo, come here, come play for me. First of all, who you talking to, homie?
Right.
Second of all,
right.
Out the gate, who are you?
Right.
What happened?
Right.
You know what I mean? And now what happened? The tone lets you know that like this could really go the other way if the next words aren't what they're supposed to be.
Absolutely.
You know
Absolutely. No, I agree with you.
And that's so different because you don't have that now, man. Like that. There's no emphasis on the books. I don't know. It's just
different,
crazy.
man. I mean, it's what it is short-term satisfaction. You know what I'm saying? These coaches and these developers want to say, yeah, I'm associated with him. Yeah, and I'm like, he's associated with 1 million people. Ain't nobody hanging out with them
right
outside and hugging them up and taking pictures and all this
shout
shit.
Shout out to Jawan Howard, man. He having
outstanding work.
Having a good
He's doing outstanding work. Shout out to the big homie, man.
Yeah.
And he having fun.
Right.
You know
but I always thought he was well skilled for a big dude. I thought he had it all, man.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I didn't know he was that good of a coach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because when they call timeout, I always look and see who drawing up the play. He drew up the play without speaking to his assistants. That says a lot. Dame
also said too, which reference Dame again, like he always said that he doesn't even respect a coach that don't have a clipboard.
Yeah. There's a lot of coaches say that.
Yeah.
He's a coach.
Right.
That's why he said that.
Right. Because dudes call timeout, no clipboard, he's drawing the play, but nobody's looking at that, everybody's all over the place.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it makes sense.
Yeah. See, that's it. I'm looking at what he look at because
Right.
I had a couple of really good college coaches.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They used to always be on that board. You'd be like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's a fact.
Hard to not get it when it's placed in front of your shirt. This way you need to be. This way you need to be. This way you need to be.
Yeah.
Right.
You kind of
big.
it kind of like grabs you.
Yeah.
To be like, oh shit, I gotta pay attention because the play might be for me.
Right. might be my night.
Might be my night.
There you go for
you know
sure.
What I'm saying? Yeah.
How do you like and even as like all right like because I know you have children. Mm-hmm. Do you think you would be able to coach your kids?
No. Here's why, right? So for me, I never push my kids into sports. Which is, people ask me this, so my kids play tennis and shit, right? Like they phenoms. Right?
Say it again. They who?
They phenoms.
Phenoms.
Like it's weird to me that my daughter, like I was negotiating a contract for an 11-year-old with a big sneaker brand. Like it was crazy to me.
Right.
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying? But I didn't want to coach them. One, because I'm not a tennis coach and I ain't even gonna fake it.
Right. And what's her name? Say her name for me.
My daughter name is Tyrone. My son name is Tyson.
Tyrone. Shout out to them.
Yeah. So my kids, you know, they just had a natural ability, and some like small time coaches saw it, and they was like,
Also,
nah, you got to go to the top coach.
Also, it's like their environment too, so that's what they're around. Right?
It's their environment, right? They weren't around tennis. It's not like they saw it.
Okay.
My daughter was modeling. Like my daughter
nice.
was the face of like every major brand as a child. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
But the crazy part was that they just started, like she saw it. She was always athletic as a kid. Like I was like, oh, my daughter, but she was cute. So I'm like, yo, you mad cute. You know what I'm saying? That's cute. But when she started playing tennis, like I just thought it was an activity. I never knew.
Right.
You know, I don't have the tennis eye.
Okay.
I can tell you in hoops.
That's real.
Right. That's not my story.
How you threw the ball, she caught it and threw it through the leg and threw it back.
I wish. She probably, what she did was she hit it with the racket through her legs and hit the shit back to me. That's what she did.
Nice.
Yeah, so listen, I ain't against not coaching your kids. I'm just saying for me.
Okay.
I like to watch. I know what it takes to work hard. As long as you're working hard, good stuff usually happens. Right? So, and that's the difference between my kids, though. That's the dynamic between my kids. Because my daughter is naturally good. But my daughter ain't the one that I say, yo, she is sports. She just good, naturally good.
Right.
She's strong.
It's like we was talking to Pat about when he growing up. Mm-hmm. Pat was like, I ain't know I was good. I was used to getting 25, 30.
Right.
I'm like, very well said, young man.
Right.
Very well said.
Like my daughter, you know what I'm saying? Like I enjoy it because my daughter playing sports. So cute.
Work ethic is natural. Also, like wanting to get
it's natural, but you got to kick in the ass.
Okay.
Right? You got to kick in the ass. Right? She's sort of like me.
Okay.
So she need like a jock or somebody to be like, yo, Sonny Lewis or something. Yo, I will fuck you up. You better, you know what I'm saying? My son is the opposite. My son, you don't got to tell him nothing.
You're right.
My son bugged out. He's fucked up in the head completely.
Okay, daddish.
Right.
Daddish.
He's fucked up in the head. But Nard, the kid goes super hard when you got to tell him chill out. Right?
But they say that's a sign of a good athlete. Like that's a sign of when you have to tell them.
You play basketball, you know what it is.
Right.
That's why I don't say nothing.
Right.
I just be like, all right, yo. I always told his coach, I was like, yo, just keep him disciplined. Don't take away the fire. Keep him. Yo, how many? He was 8 years old. How many 8-year-olds you go to a tennis match and the line judge warned me, like, yo, you gotta calm down your son. My son banging the shit on the floor. My son bugged out. He played under 10. I'm looking at him like, yo, you bugged the fuck out, right? But I say that to myself because you know we deal with some bugged out motherfuckers in basketball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, Pat? You know bugged out motherfucker. You be like, yo, son is bugged, but the shit worked. So you gotta. You know what I mean? So I always always used to tell his coaches like, yo, y'all just discipline him. You know what I'm saying? When he go too far, you gotta discipline him. But let him know, let him go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he listened to his sister too. His sister be yelling and shit at him. She, when he be playing. But the beautiful thing about it though, Nard, is that I get a joy out of it. I get a kick out of it.
Dope, man. Salute to you.
Yeah.
And their mom, it gotta be fulfilling.
Yeah.
It gotta be fulfilling, man. So,
yeah. I mean, especially when you're around. So
let me tell you, I brag about your daughter like she mine. I'm like, yeah, my man, dude, she nice. I'm talking about up and coming. You know what I mean? I'm talking about serious. She about to be ranked, boy. Like seriously, like I'm speaking it into existence.
Yeah.
Man, because
she ranked too. She up there. I
went to school with a girl like that. She got all the way up to like 73rd in the world. And I was like, and her and Andre Agassi's sister they were on the same team when we were in school. And Andre Agassi's sister never really panned out. And this chick made it over to like 73rd in the world. I'm like, wow, that's dope. And it's crazy that 73rd in the world is an accomplishment.
That shit is huge. That shit is huge. They say for women, if you make it in the top 150, that's huge. For men, if you're making the top 100, it's huge.
That's huge.
You know what I'm saying? That's like a landmark.
Being abroad, have you ever been to a World Cup? Have you ever took the kids to the World Cup?
Nah,
that's the soccer shit, right?
Yeah,
World
the
Cup,
soccer
right?
shit is too crazy.
Yeah,
I'm not fucking with that.
It is bananas.
Yo, I lived in Milan. I lived right by this shit called the San Siro with the AC Milan and the other team in Milan play. I don't go home. I used to not go home on Sundays.
Because of games.
Too crazy.
Wow.
Too crazy.
They
Madness.
I'm
I'm talking about from 7 a.m. to 12 a.m.
The tunnel ain't shit.
That ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? Then I played, so people like kind of knew. You know what I'm saying? Yo, nah, that shit different.
Yeah.
That soccer shit is different. But what's crazy is also this tennis shit. You know what I'm saying? This me being from where I'm from, even all the shit I've seen in the world, living in different places in the world. This tennis shit, our kids need to play tennis.
How do they even get? How does a sneaker brand find a 11-year-old?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. So she had a couple. She won a tournament. She lost the tournament. Right? She was 11. It was an under 12 like international. She lost the tournament in the finals. Right? But my daughter's tall. She's fairly strong. So, you know, in sports, we look past the present, kind of like try to project what's going to happen.
Right.
So, but tennis, but in basketball, we do that when you like 15, 16, because you get to really like see.
Start see things. Yeah.
Right. Tennis, they start that shit at like 10, 11. And if you're really good, you start getting sneaker brands, start talking to you like my daughter, 11 years old. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's just crazy about that, which is awesome? Her having a sneaker brand talking to her having an opportunity at 10, 11. We're here with the basketball. They got a problem with the young black millionaires who need to go to school because you can't go directly to the pros no more. But in tennis, you know, the non-blacks, the non-blacks are turning pro at 13 and 14, stuff like that.
13, getting all types of crazy deals. I mean, you know, my daughter signed with IMG Management.
Nice. Nice. Salute to you guys. Congrats.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. She's doing her thing. She's getting opportunities. My son is up next. He's only 9. Sometimes I be forgetting. He think he's 13 and shit. He think he's the same age as his sister.
Right.
But that tennis shit is different, man. You know.
What's a day like for practice for them? How long is like a tennis practice?
I mean, for them, because you try to keep them. You want them to be kids as long as possible.
Right.
They practice 2 times a day for 2 hours.
Say that again for a lot of these parents, these sports parents.
2 hours a day for 2 hours. Like 1 or 2 days are off. In the summer, they go on a little vacation.
Okay.
But, you know, you can't really keep my son from not being active. That's the problem.
Okay.
Because he want to, and my son can hoop.
Okay, so I was
Guess why he don't want to hoop, though? This is how bugged out he is.
Because he don't want to be little Ty Grant?
Nah. Daddy, I don't like passing. Tennis, I play by myself. Basketball, I always got to pass the ball.
Smart man.
Yo, this motherfucker crazy.
Shout out to the next Joe Hammond, the next destroyer. He gonna put that rock up.
Word. That's my little man. He told me that shit like 2 years ago. I was like, it makes sense, but damn,
someone lead the league in shot attempts.
Every time he get in the ball, his one move, he put it through his legs, and he tried to hit a jumper. I'm like, yo, that's a good move. But I gotta pass, Daddy. Yeah, you gotta pass sometimes.
Like in the park, you had that one kid around the way. If you pass him on inbounds, you never get it back. If you get the rebound, you never get it back.
You never see it. Never see it. But nah, that's my.
And no one said nothing until he just came home. Right?
Word, right?
Remember him?
Word.
Yo, that's crazy. Nah, that's dope.
But it's dope, man. I mean,
sneaker deal. 11.
Yeah. I'm sharing. I like to share that shit. I'm gonna soon be back on social media sharing that journey with my kids because it's dope. Because I know we ain't never see that shit.
Right, nah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? I never saw no tennis tournaments, 60 kids and shit. You got some kids with trainers and people holding their bag, they luxury bag with they racket. Like this shit crazy. This shit different world. Yeah. And I'm there. I got on my bandana.
Racket bigger than him. Racket about his size.
Right. Oh yeah. He just got a big racket.
Racket by his size.
But the tennis world is something we're not familiar with, and if we can just get our kids involved with that type of sport, because that take a lot of discipline.
Right.
You know, we have champions within a year. I give it 10 years.
That's dope. Shout out to Coco Graf and The half Asian chick.
Naomi.
Naomi Osaka.
Naomi. I seen them practice. Naomi.
She tough.
Listen, I'm telling you now. You heard it from me here first.
Sloane Stevens.
Right. Sloane. Shout out to her. Shout out to Osaka. As long as Osaka don't get mentally fucked up, nobody can beat her.
Right,
take it from me. Take it from me.
She's dope.
I seen her kick. I'm not gonna say the male player. I seen her kick a man ass in practice.
Beat him to death.
Killed him. I mean, he ended up winning because they played 3 sets. You know, women played 2 sets. But I watched her go crazy, and I'm like
educated because I'm educated. Women play 2, men play 3. I'm still learning how to count. Keep score in tennis.
Nah. I know all that shit. I know all that shit.
I'm learning
that tiebreakers. I know I know everything about tennis. That's
I used to look at tennis. I said, well, if you serve and you get the first point, you should win. Because you go first, they go second, you go first. Shit don't work like that. That shit switch somewhere along.
You got to win the point. You know what I'm saying? It's like 4 games you got to win the point. All type of shit. You might have a tiebreaker. The game might take longer. I
don't watch them fucking Sampras and Djokovic shits be all night. I'm like this.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't do all that. I said Sampras. Damn.
I went back, man.
That motherfucker been out. But Djokovic's the man.
Yeah.
He's the man.
I like Nadal.
Nadal is dope.
What about the wild dude? He be throwing shit through the legs. He wild. The chubby kid. He's like, is he Indian or is he French? He dark skinned. He got like the little mohawk.
Nah, he not chubby though, man.
But no, I'm saying he look chubby. He look chubby on my TV.
Nah, that motherfucker definitely. You talking about Nick Kyrgios?
Yeah.
The Australian dude.
He Australian.
He bugged the fuck out.
He's another one of them. Like,
son, he
hitting shit on his arm through his legs, talking to the chair dude. He's at the line judge, right?
Yeah. He's bugged. I like him, but he's bugged out. You know, he got everybody under pressure because you don't know what you gonna get from him, and he can beat everybody. You know what I'm saying? But you know, those are the type of people you just don't know.
I like the other dude too. I can't say his name. Starts with a T from Spain. See, like Spain. Forgot his name, man.
I don't fucking know.
Well, you know, tennis, man. I'll figure it out. Where is she now in reference to tennis, like level wise?
So she's 13 now. Birthday was 2 weeks ago.
Happy belated birthday to her.
And now actually she's about to go to Russia. So she's playing in the under 16 upper class, meaning like the top 16-year-olds in the world.
Okay, nice.
So she's probably gonna get her ass kicked. But it's a learning exercise.
Dude is a real parent.
Yeah. It's a learning exercise. They just want to see, cause she, fortunate enough for her.
Are you taking a trip with her?
No, I'm not going to Russia.
Okay.
I'm not going to Russia this time. I'm not taking that trip.
Okay.
Her mom's probably go with her coach.
Okay.
But she's improved tremendously. She's with a great coaching team, Riccardo Piatti, the Piatti Center out there in Monte Carlo and fucking.
Do you hear this, people? My guy said Monte Carlo. That's Italy. Yeah, that's big, man. From the '90s.
Straight from the 90s.
From the '90s, Monte Carlo.
She's been on the block a couple times too, but
was she on a swivel? She just looking around.
No, she was.
Like she's on a swivel. Like, yo, what is going on?
Nah, she was. But she's one of the best out of America per se. At her age.
Nice.
But she got a long fucking way to go, man.
All right.
There's other little savages out there too.
That's all right. We rooting for
my son though. His age group, he the best.
That's what's up.
Under 10, he the best.
Shout out to Tyson.
He the best.
There you go.
And he's still fucked up in the head. So he also, and he can't be the
John
sister.
McEnroe. Wow, boy.
Yeah, but John McEnroe.
Skilled.
Yeah.
Skilled.
Yeah. But he just, his focus is beating his sister, which is good for us because it's like motivation. Because he don't want to lose to a girl. He can't beat his sister yet. But he don't even know how much that's helping him when he plays against them other young savages who want to kick his ass. Yeah.
It's like me in Utah.
Yeah.
Then you get in one of these games with this ref that love to blow his whistle for any foul. You're on the line all night.
Fuck. You know what I'm saying? But nah, shorty, they good, man. I mean, I be seeing them this weekend. spending some time with them. We've been going through some shit with me and their moms. Not, you know what I'm saying, but it is what it is. But
life.
You know, they my kids.
It's life. It's
yeah,
life.
yeah, they
life.
my kids, and I fucking, you know, I miss them. I adore them. You know, and like you said, like I like to highlight them on my social media,
right?
Because again, that's a world we don't really know like that.
Different.
Yeah.
And think about it, we grew up in an era, and you're a couple years younger than me, but we grew up in an era where we wasn't taking pictures every day. Like we didn't want everybody to know what we was doing.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. It's crazy.
It could that could be for a variety of reasons.
Variety of reasons, but people weren't now. Like almost every dude is like an attention whore. Like all they want is likes, and they don't care about nothing else.
And a lot of these dudes are really not that good.
Yeah. I'm talking about that's anything. Like whether they're selling something, whether they're modeling, they're doing whatever. It's like it's crazy. It's like
that's the world we live in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've accepted that a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Like it or hate it.
This whole social media technology world is so crazy. One day my grandson, shout out to little Rashad, man, the raspy one. He asked me for my phone. So I gave him my phone. He said, Pop, your code. I said, I don't have a code. This kid gave me the stare of like, what are you, no code? You're going down. I was
they
like,
know.
But then I'm watching him deny mad calls. Like he pushing
right away.
I'm like, yo, dude, like you can't even read.
Right.
You know, red mean no though. Like,
yeah.
But that was crazy. I'm like, yo, these kids is really like they really like tech savvy.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? We introducing it to technology without really knowing it, and our people got to realize that tech world is the world that we got to prepare our kids for because there's so much money in. And it's funny that we saying this because even with my company, you know what I'm saying,
which is Team First.
Yeah, my company.
Dope hat, dope hoodie, gotta get that. I need one of those, Pat.
I should have brought y'all some hats.
I'm like Steven Jackson right now. I got the begging session. Like we're gonna need a jersey, a hit hat. Tell us about Team First.
So we do a lot of STEM related programming for the kids, and also for their parents, just to introduce our community to this tech world. You know what I'm saying? Because these kids don't even know that, but they coding. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff is, they coding.
Ron Artest's son is coding. I happen to see that on.
He's a genius.
Yeah,
he's a genius.
I
told Ron he shouldn't play basketball. He should focus on schoolwork.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I had a conversation with Ron. I was like, son, you too caught up with this basketball shit. Your son, that's not his thing.
Right.
You go play for fun. Let's just be clear.
Right.
I don't give a fuck if you
told
me, yo, if he grow 4 more inches. I'm like, son, we talking crazy.
Right.
He's a genius. The guy's creating stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got to push that. Because that alone may make him buy an NBA team in 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So we tend to forget certain stuff like that. So with Team First, it's an enrichment academic program. I got some sports leagues that I sponsor, sports teams, elementary to high school, but primarily kindergarten to 8th grade. That's like my sweet spot.
That's dope.
I've done programs throughout the city. I've won contracts. I've won grants. Before COVID, I had a big staff, 155 people.
Nice.
Shout out to my staff.
Shout out to Team First, man.
I just took out my staff for Women's Month. They just wore me out with the crazy bill. At chocolate in Harlem and shit. Black on, we on that wave
on the
too.
Corner.
Yeah. Sexy spot.
The shrimp and grits is fire.
Yeah, they had everybody was ordering two appetizers and all. Yeah, this shit was great. But
when did that start? Like for starters, that shit. When they go out to eat, it's for starters. We used to just get to the meal.
When that shit start getting expensive.
That's what they get for starters?
The ladies be like, hold on, that's for $90 for bread?
Yeah.
You know what, let's start with this bread. Let me see where this is going.
What this $90 is about.
Yeah, right.
Yikes.
Right. So Team First, man, has allowed me to be in, some of these communities and provide these service for these kids, man. And just bring a lot of opportunity and hope, you know what I mean? College tours. I take elementary age kids to Ivy League schools. We got this thing called Brooklyn to the Ivies. Bronx to the Ivies. And we take these kids in elementary school to Ivy Leagues. And frankly speaking, I couldn't do this all by myself. And, you know, I got like my girl, Dr. Yvette Morgan, who I stole from St. John's University.
Shout out to Miss Morgan.
Yeah.
Well,
Dr. Morgan.
Dr. Morgan.
Don't drive her crazy.
Excuse me, I want no trouble.
Right.
Dr. Morgan.
and
thank you for believing in Ty also.
And
that's big.
And she came on and she took Team First to another level.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a vision.
How'd you come up with Team First? The name.
The obvious. You know, you can't win without the team first, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense. Nah, that's dope.
It ain't that complex.
Right. Nah, that's dope.
And it was just obvious. You know what I'm saying? It's an obvious name. You know, I always like to call myself a good team player.
Okay.
And I can work. Like, for example, even with Dr. Morgan, she may want to bring people on that I don't like, but it helps our team. I can take that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, she brought...
The yin and the yang.
Right.
You and her.
Right.
Okay.
And she, you know, she brought her expertise into this. And, you know, I'm a raw motherfucker from the 90s. I'm like, yo, I want to get it done. I don't give a fuck about nothing. Let's get it. She'd be like, Ty, relax.
First.
Let's put it in its proper perspective. And let's figure out how we can save money and get it done.
So she ain't no chump. She ain't
No.
backing down from it all.
No. Because I be speeding. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm impulsive. My nature. So if I see something, and in my mind, I see the beginning, I see the middle, and I see the end, I'm like, all right, let's just do it. But when you got someone like her with another strong personality, she'd be like, yo, hold on. It's a great idea. However, I even see where you're going with it. However, let's do this.
Because when they're doctors, they don't say but.
Right.
They say however.
You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. Definitely say however.
Indeed.
And you know, for the last 3 years, feel like longer. It's been longer because I've actually hired her to be my consultant a couple years ago. Nice. Actually, she was part of my board, but when I brought her on, it's only been about 3-4 years.
Salute to you, Mr. Grant, for real. My board, my consultant. Yo, this is huge.
Yeah. But this is all shit that could be duplicated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So all these little fuckers that I be bringing into my company, I be like, yo, son, I'm not doing this forever. Like, you gotta, either you want to do it or not. It's fun.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? What's satisfying? I'll tell you a quick story. So today I go to one of my sites I never go to. I don't go too often. And because of remote learning, we got online programs all day, every day. I've been noticing this young girl, 4th grade, reading or asking to read, right? This ain't no lie. Nard, last year, I almost fired 2 employees because she could not read.
Wow.
It was like, it happened like a month apart. And we have like these reading groups, and she could not read. And when you tell her, yo, because she's a beautiful kid, go do your homework. And I always, for whatever reason, these type of kids catch my attention. Go do your homework. She the one who actually put me on TikTok.
Oh, wow.
Because we got a Team First TikTok.
Okay.
So I had to learn one of them weird dances and shit. So, long story short, fast forward though, Nard. Shorty not only can read, not only does she volunteer herself to read stuff during the Zoom, whatever class it is, but today she told me I had to go see her. I saw her, I gave her a hug. I was like, yo, I'm so proud of you. She said, Mr. Grant, you know I'm writing a comic book.
Dope.
Yo, that shit crushed me, yo.
Dope.
Because she couldn't read.
Right. Now
and they used to frustrate me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, yo, her pops and moms is with what we doing. They should be on her. But whatever happened during COVID, she came back, she reading. She want to read everything. She wave her hand on the Zoom. Beautiful, man.
I learned to run my mouth because my mother used to make me read for like a half an hour every day out loud. She in the kitchen peeling potatoes. I'm over here. So I would never have a fear of public speaking. Mm-hmm. And now here I am at work in class. Like we'll have like classes throughout the year from the job. And you got adults talking about Tahi, so now that's love, bro. Fuck is you doing? Niggas out here sounding out shit.
Right.
Like, yo, Tahi. I'm like, scary. Man. Right, with whole adult, whole family, whole head of household. But didn't take the time to get into that. And it's hard though because people, like you said, you have staff and they were just not applying themselves?
They weren't applying themselves. You know, if you this is the issue, right? This is across the board. If you get yourself involved with youth services, that could be a teacher, that could be a principal, that could be a dean, that could be an after school specialist, that could be a site director. You ain't just going to a regular job, cuz you're going to change the trajectory of some kid's life in some capacity. Right? So if you go into this business, you got to know that going in. It's a tough business.
Right,
Everybody can't do it.
It's also one of the few rewarding businesses in the world, because like you're really like making a difference. Like you're helping a kid understand right from wrong, understand people skills, understand things like the antecedent factors and like how something developed and what occurred before the behavior. It's a whole lot of stuff, man. So if it's not in you, like you really shouldn't be doing it.
Exactly, but a lot of people look at our educational system. You know what I'm saying? Look at our education system. A lot of people are in it that don't really want to be in it.
Right.
But the finances and XYZ is supporting them, and they just in it. But you know who it hurts? Our kids. Yeah. Our babies. Our babies is fucking. They got all the potential in the world. Nobody can tell me anything about educating inner city, Upper West Side, because I got schools in both. So I already see the dynamics, right? I see the dynamics. So everything I steal from my kids' private school, bring them in the inner city, just so the kids can get that type. Because our kids are so advanced, they don't even know it.
And it's crazy. I just had a discussion at work about that too. And he's saying like the non-blacks who were paying for their kids to go to the Ivy League schools and to pass the boards and everything, gets a slap on the wrist. And the young lady in Maryland who used a different zip code, they tried to hang her.
Yes. You can't imagine trying to do that shit in New York.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No.
What's the future for Teen First?
Good question. So, what the future will bring is continued success, because I won't let that not happen. I see myself involved with it for as long as it stands, but I won't be the CEO forever.
Right.
I'm just grooming some young boys to one day take it over, because in the next, I think I said 9 years, I'm done. I'm gonna be a consultant all day, every day.
Right. That's big though.
Yeah. I consult with whoever. But my other ventures, the other stuff I'm involved with, I think me and Doc, we're gonna leave Team First in a nice place where there's some young people with some new energy
sitting up
come
top.
in, and they come up and they just easily take over where we left off.
The transition,
and keep the level high, the expectations high, community engagement high. You know what I'm saying? Nothing falls off.
Nah, that's dope though.
You know what I mean?
That's also what's missing in our community. We had all that. The Vanguards, the Night Centers, Jackie Robb, you was doing your homework, but plus we also had parents that were like, yo, what's happening with that homework? I didn't see you open a book all week. Like,
right.
What's going on?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Again, Nard, like I always say, it takes special people to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a job.
Yeah.
People be forgetting. That shit hard to speak to some of these kids. It's different now because these kids are a little bit more out of control.
Yeah.
And they think they know it all. They go on their phones, think they know all the answers. Well, what are you talking about? What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? They go on their phone, think they know that. Fuck is you talking about, Show? You got to study. Like, you don't know what you talking about.
Right. Then when you look up, what happened? I said your Uber left. Because I told you your Uber will be in 3 minutes, but you still on the phone.
You still on, stupid shit like that. So you gotta know that going in, and everybody I hire, I always tell them like, these kids are like super assholes, but it's just their generation, respect it.
Do they get like a down period, like when they're in Team First, like in reference to like no phones, just straight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got phone boxes. You walk in, cause I let the kids do pretty much whatever they want, but my demands are my demands across the board.
Certain things are non-negotiable.
Right, across the board. Right, and I'm gonna tell your parents. My site director's gonna tell y'all parents, and this is what we gonna do. But y'all motherfuckers is gonna play. Y'all gonna have fun. Y'all gonna dance. Y'all gonna do all this shit. You gonna draw. I need you to read. I need you to comprehend. I need you to get back to me. I need you to finalize these whatever activities we have for you academically. You know what I'm saying? And this goes all hand in hand with the school. We try to work with the school, right? Because we want everything to kind of like fall into each other. You know what I mean? And some of those relationships have been ideal. Probably gonna say 99% of my relationships with the schools has been ideal because they get where I'm coming from. Again, I'm from the community that I'm helping. I got a totally different perspective.
Yeah, it's huge.
Than these other motherfuckers reading books and shit. Motherfucker want to read a book and die. Well, you know, he doesn't have a father, so he might end up in jail anyway.
Analytics state.
Yo, this shit crazy, man. The expectation for our kids are crazy. You know, people don't have an expectation for our kids.
No, they don't.
You know what I'm saying? We celebrate motherfuckers do certain stuff. We need to celebrate motherfuckers more.
Yeah, because remember, we come from the era where, yo, you trying to take a collection because Sha coming home from jail, but I just graduated college.
Right.
Things ain't take me out.
Right.
Nothing for me.
Right.
The reward is Sha always just coming home.
Right.
And we always taking him shopping. Like,
right.
I just graduated school like that.
Y'all ain't do nothing.
Oh.
You guys didn't do anything. And you know what? A lot of our people, they have a lot of animosity over that shit. That's why they leave the hood and don't come back. It's psychological, man. It's all because you can help your community.
Shout out to Chuck, man. My man Milk. He left the school and never came back. That's why
he was done.
Mr. Miami.
Yeah, he was. But you know, Team First, it is what it is. It's a well-oiled machine.
Dope.
And you know, because of the success of Team First with the great Dr. Morgan,
network and do so much other stuff.
Yeah, it allows me to do that.
Right.
You know, and the funny thing is that you know, they're pushing this whole cannabis thing, and I've kind of like joined in on it.
Well, that's dope.
Yeah, for my own selfish reasons. You know, my background speaks for itself in regards to be heavily involved in that. But you know, the legalization of cannabis could create, equity.
Forward, yeah, right.
Yeah, it could create unbelievable equity for our communities.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's in the medicinal purposes.
Both.
Right, in
both.
reference to recreation.
Both,
right.
both. You know, you want to be involved. So me, I have a company called Wave Holistic Health.
Okay.
And with Wave, what we do is we're a full vertical company, meaning that from seed to solution. Dope. So that's our thing, right? And our solution is, bringing equity, practical equity to our communities. See, all these terms and shit they're using now, social justice. You can't have motherfuckers that's not from the community leading those conversations. That's what bothers me.
Right.
That's why I be in so much shit.
But it's also hard for them to identify with. I don't know this dude. I don't know these people. I don't know the language. It's the language.
It's the language, but even the language that they give me the language, right? I don't say anything they give me. I speak my own terms and all that. But with this cannabis shit, as much money that's coming out of this, we should be the ones. People that look like me should be the ones dictating. Okay, I made $100 million. I'm gonna put $10 million in Bed-Stuy and blah 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 blah. With a plan though. I'm not saying.
With a plan, not just
you know what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah.
You can't rely on the government to give you
to set up financial.
Fuck out. You
equity.
could do that too. How
Right,
about you could do that too? We want you to do that too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all fucked up our community with this so-called war on drugs. We want you to do that. That's what you owe us. But before you owe us, because I'm in all these Zooms, I'm listening. Our people forget the basic shit. When they release new licenses, how about this? Y'all want to help black and brown people? Reserve 90% of the licenses. 90% for black and brown people. The licenses.
Right.
You want to see change?
Right. Not the minority.
Right. You want to see change?
You start getting the white women, the Asian women, and
nah. Because the 10 companies. Listen, the 10 companies that own licenses now in New York do not represent me, you, Pat, my other brother in here.
Roach.
Nothing.
Right.
Nothing. It's ridiculous how crazy it is.
And it's crazy because at one point they tried to bring that to the forefront. They crazy shelved that whole conversation. Like,
nah, it's bullshit.
Right.
Oh, listen, 99% of the shit you're hearing now about this cannabis shit is bullshit, right? Because my thing is this. You guys are talking about expulsion and all this. I got a whole family that was deported, right? Before you talk about all this other shit, let's clean up. Let's start the cleanup from going back, moving forward. Because y'all want to do that with the opioid crisis, right?
Right.
Y'all want to get all these motherfuckers clean fucking slate. You know what I'm saying? What we gonna do with this weed?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What we gonna do with this fucking bud? You know what I'm saying? So pay attention. So I be paying attention to that shit, and then like I gotta remind some of our, you know, our political people that means well. I gotta be like, yo, but talk about this equity. How about I don't want just social equity or this bullshit. Let me create the equity. Let me get the license. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm in like kind of like the race, because I'm familiar with government contract. You know, 10 million plus in contracts for my organization. Now I'm about to start fundraising and raise all this capital, and I'm going after it.
Nah, as you should.
You know what I'm saying? And that's here.
Big.
You know, I got some acres in Jamaica that I just acquired.
Okay.
And I'm doing something over there too. Then I'm gonna go back home to Barbados and do something there too. But this shit in New York,
you dig?
this shit here in New York though, no?
New York shit different.
Shit different. But it's so much money.
Population wise, Brooklyn is like the 4th largest city. Population wise.
In the world. Yeah,
right,
in the world. City. In the world. But everybody know that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So you gotta bring here. It's a cash cow.
Listen, they used to announce me as Mr. Brooklyn. They never said I was from New York.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Plus I used to tell them like I ain't really from New York. I'm from Brooklyn.
Right, there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Brooklyn, not Coney Island.
right. The United States of Coney Island. I say that shit every time. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's a new venture for me. No. It's intense. You know what I'm saying? It's different. But it's an opportunity, right? It's an opportunity, and like I always tell these kids,
real one.
If it's an opportunity and you feel like you can be part of that opportunity and you can come up on top in some capacity, do it. Like it don't hurt me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going for it from top to bottom. I may end up just being a wholesale distributor. You know, I'm gonna come to you and say, yo, Nard, I'm a wholesale distributor. What we doing with them kids? You feel me? Because it's you know, I don't need to be happy with $100 million.
Right.
But fuck, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need that. But what makes me happy is that out of 100 million, I give 25 million to motherfuckers that really need it, create some jobs for my other folks, and then that shit just double into another 100 million in 24 months.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Keep turning over.
Right.
Put people in position.
Right. I don't need. You know, I don't, and I want to set the tone, especially for these young millionaires, so they can really see how it works.
And these are people who also are the first ones in their family with
right.
means.
Right.
So you don't want them to do, like someone made a statement before, like, you know, you got people wanting to invest in things that they have no knowledge of. Like they want to open up a business, but never had a business.
Because it's cool.
Open a club that sounds cool. They got a couple dollars.
Right.
Yeah.
And they got the wrong person talking to them.
Yeah. You know, I tell everybody, watch that show Broke on Netflix. Like they were talking about, dude said he invested in like a fucking tomato farm. Like it was supposed to be like the largest tomatoes ever. Like these dudes made millions of dollars and they went broke opening. Remember they always open car washes and stuff like that. It's no one's teaching. So
this shit goes on now though.
Yeah, we salute you for definitely wanting to teach and like want to keep.
That's my passion, man.
Keep them informed and help people win.
Yeah.
There's no competition. I've talked to you on this show and you have not said one thing about being in competition anymore, and that's huge because everyone is always competing. And I'm thinking the goal is to better us.
Yeah, as a whole.
This
is my problem. As much as I travel, as many places that I've been, even now, traveling to fucking Rome. You know what makes me happy, Nard? When I see motherfuckers that look like me on the plane.
Right.
No, you know what I'm saying? This is what makes me happy. You know what I'm saying? I like to, then I can talk about some bullshit that nobody else gonna really understand. Right. But I like certain stuff like that because I feel like if I found the means to get it where I can travel and do whatever, fucking live where I want, everybody should feel that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On the legal front.
Right, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And it's so many of us that just they either scared or they don't take advantage of the opportunity. That they just be sitting down forever, like thinking and shit. Nah, son, go for it.
You got a lot of people that also feel, my credit has to be like this, or I have to wait till I get this. Once I get this, and then they think in that mindset. But I understand what you're saying. Like,
but plan then,
right?
Plan to fix your credit. You know what I'm saying? Plan,
right? Prior proper planning prevents poor performance.
Right.
There you go. Right.
Plan.
Put it together, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
so
that's serious.
Yeah, so it's just different shit, man.
So like with all you're doing, right? Like with Team First, wave holistics and things of that nature. Like, tell the people like what bridging the gap means to you. Like how does that really like resonate in your soul? Like,
so listen, man. One thing about bridging the gap is that you guys are my quote unquote old heads.
Appreciate it.
And just to see that you guys are still doing your thing and having an influence on, you know, NYC as a whole, but also people who looking at the show from outside. You're having a positive, you're giving a positive energy to everyone that's involved in some capacity. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
And, you know, I feel like with me and you know, all the things that I'm involved with, it's all about inspiring. You know what I'm saying? Because I can still talk crazy. I can still hang out with Pat on the corner on 95th and Clarkson with 7 bottles on the floor talking crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Reminiscing, right?
But what I do know is that there's still enough time for somebody to work hard at whatever they're doing and to try to go after what they want to go after in a way that it's a long-term power move. It's creating some kind of structure for the person behind them. And also, you know, our kids like to see success in any form you may call success. My dad, you know, he got a $20 raise. You know what I'm saying? My dad, you know, he did 10 years. Like doing 10. You know, you got to celebrate some of these things because we want our kids to mimic the positives that we have. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Our kids or the kids that look up to us. It might not be our kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
someone whose life you've crossed.
Right. So that continuation of just bridging the gap between my age, your age, his, whatever. Son, we supposed to be empowering the next motherfuckers all the time. I don't give a fuck what they say about these because these young motherfuckers is crazy. This generation crazy. I would beat them up every day if I have to. But you always find a diamond in the rough. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I got some young girls that's like
hyenas.
I don't know how great they gonna be, but they gonna be great.
Awesome.
You know what I'm saying? Bad attitude and all, and then, you know, you gotta have patience with these kids because they fucked up. You know what I'm saying? They got social media. They got the Cardi B attitude, but then they'll grow up. But you gotta be on them. They'll grow up and then they'll be like, you know what? That was kind of tacky.
From a caterpillar to a butterfly.
Right. Yeah. So again, man, it's just, you know, this type of experience with you guys, you know, having these real grown up conversations. You know, you just try to leave your imprint on, you know, society in some because legacy. At the end of the day, if I don't need no awards. You know, these politicians want to give me these plaques. I don't give a fuck about all that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about all that. I didn't really even give a fuck about individual awards playing basketball. I wanted to always win the championship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that shit don't really make or break me. What makes or break me is what we do for these kids. What experience do we bring to these kids? This basketball shit, we supposed to be doing more. Me personally, people want me to do more. I just don't got no time for the fuckery. Because I would beat somebody up every day in this basketball world. You know what I'm saying? Especially when the advice is honest advice. I don't want nothing from the family. I don't need nothing from the kids. I just want you to work hard. That's why I prefer doing camps overseas. Because I know a Luka Doncic, he can make 2 turnovers. I say, yo, Luka, give me 10 suicides in 10 minutes. You know, he gonna go on the line and do it. No ask, no questions like, yo, I can't say nothing to Mr. Grant. He was... You know what I'm saying? His first team all Italy. I can't say nothing to him. I'm scared. Right. If I don't listen to him, I ain't going to NBA. Here in the States, fuck him. What do you think? He ain't played 10 years in NBA. He wasn't no all-star. Shorty, I was better than everybody in your family.
Everybody you know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, chill the fuck out, son. Go do your suicides. Like, this is the difference. So people always asking overseas that, son, them overseas kids. See, one thing about overseas that I always liked was that Roach can't come into the basketball gym talking about basketball.
Who is this guy? Who is he?
You know what? He not even supposed to be in the gym. Yo, Pat, close the door when Roach leave. Right? That's Europe.
Straight like
so that. These motherfuckers that be talking this European shit, they never experienced it. But me...
All the kids that want to go to Europe with no catalog, they don't have no resume.
Nah. And I always just say, I always ask them, where you going? Because that's also a different conversation, right? But...
Because the levels...
Yeah.
And they have no idea.
Yeah, I'd be like, where you going? But my point is that if we bring some discipline and structure to it, right? These kids don't have no choice but to want to get better. Because Nard ain't going to tell you, yo, you better than Michael Jordan, son. Yeah. Let's make this 3-minute. Nard ain't telling you that. Roach might fuck around and tell you that because he going to make the crazy dope video. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's why Roach ain't going to be in the gym. That's how the Europeans play. Yeah. Listen, my camp, I didn't have to worry about parents. Nard, for 4 years in my life, I never had to worry about parents. I never had to worry about sideline motherfuckers coming in there talking about basketball. None of that. You know why? Because it's not allowed. They not supposed to say nothing. Who gonna talk? You might talk on the sideline because you in the gym one day. Pat might come in there and talk one day to a group of kids. Go ahead, go talk to them.
Yo, it's funny thing you mentioned that. I just came back from VA. We had the 6th, 7th, 8th grade tournaments. We had to hire 2 companies, security companies.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Because the parents going at the ref, like everybody going at everybody. 2 different companies we had to hire. Like
that's crazy.
Yeah.
6th, 7th, 8th graders.
Middle school. Middle school, no. And the funny part is, my middle school tournaments with the schools I'm in, I need security at the games.
That's crazy.
Parents going crazy. So again, we showing these kids the wrong stuff.
Right.
But if we can, if motherfuckers come to their senses, and you want to discipline while developing these kids, put all this shit into play. Unless these young motherfuckers from overseas will continue to keep taking. Everybody want to know how they taking our job. It ain't because they turn pro at 13 and all this. Yeah, they get it, but that's one out of everybody.
They got the work ethic.
They don't have no choice.
Yeah.
Danilo Gallinari was me when he was 14 years old playing with grown men. Guess what? He went through the ringer, but guess what? He'll be right there after practice like, hey, yo, Joe Blair, could you show me that post move? Hey, yo, Dante Calabria, how you hit threes off the...
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
He want to be better.
Right.
He want to be better.
And he in there like this, can't even dribble, coming off shooting threes, air ball. He'll stay there and work on this shit. Why? Because he want to be better. So all these motherfuckers talking this crazy shit, get out of here, man.
Man, tell the world how to reach you, man. Give them a contact, man.
Oh man, so you a couple of ways you can reach me. Shit, I ain't really on social media right now due to litigation. But I'm at Wave VC on Instagram. You can hit me at wave.canna on Instagram. Shit, you can email me too. TyGrant1977 at Gmail. You could contact me.
That's an official email.
You could contact me at contact@teamfirst.com. I ain't giving you my Team First email. Fuck that. That shit is already crazy. But contact@teamfirst.com. My secretary will get to me. But you know, I'm here. Fucking reach out to these brothers. They can reach out to me, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, one thing I want to leave the show saying, man, is that I'm open and available for anybody who's interested to get some information.
Indeed.
I'm available to have a conversation. I can make myself available, but I'm also open and available for anyone who's trying to make a real change for the better for these kids.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm here, man. I'm here when I'm here. My big brothers is here to, you know, whenever they need me, I'm here for them. But, you know, everybody, you know, ain't shit gonna change with me, man. It don't matter what them dollar bills looking like. I don't give a fuck about that.
That's my man. We appreciate you here.
Appreciate the have you, my brother.
Thank you, my guy.
My 90s brother, my Grady brother.
90s,
sure.
Baby. 90s.
Man, little Mo, Big Les.
Yeah.
Appreciate you for coming through, my dude.
Yeah, definitely. Anytime, Pat. You already know.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Again.
No, don't forget my story, man.
Nah, man.
Don't
I've been
forget that
telling
story,
people that,
man.
man. People was like, for real. I said, you know, I talk so much. I talk to kids all day, even now. I told the kid, I said, sure, you know, ain't no visitors on Rikers Island. I just told the kid the other day, you better calm the fuck down. You better stop playing, man. Still COVID. You know?
Keep it going, baby.
But nah, for real, man. We're gonna always talk, man, and help the kids, man, best we can, man, and try to steer them in the best way. You know what I mean? So I want to thank you for coming through, man. Thank you.
Appreciate
again,
it.
Man.
Appreciate it,
Love
brother.
you, bro.
Appreciate it.
Man.
Yeah.
And he's the only guy who had 3 head coaches at St. John's.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's
a fact.
He ran him out of town.